YouTube, Blow Yard Gang, MFFLs, podcast listeners all over the globe. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs. We talk Dallas Mavericks from a fan's perspective. It is your boys, Rel and King, back with a brand new one for you guys as we count down to Mavs preseason. Tomorrow is the big day for the Dallas Mavericks, as y'all know. Tomorrow is training camp, the introduction of training camp, and then also Friday is the first day of media day. So for the Mavericks, so there's only two teams that's going to be in training camp tomorrow. That's going to be Dallas and Minnesota because they're going to be the first two teams to play. They're going to play two games in Dubai, and I think Dallas has one more game overseas. I forgot what else other city is, but they're going to play in two different cities across the country. I mean, across the world. So we're going to get ready for that here on Wednesday, guys. So
it's Madrid.
Madrid, that's it. Madrid. So yeah, so Dubai and Madrid are going to be the two cities. I think Jason Kidd said they're going to be traveling. It's going to be within a 12-day span. So they got 3 games in 12 days in Madrid and in Dubai. So, yeah, let's get into it, King. As y'all know, there was an interview here a couple of days ago with Jason Kidd on Mark Stein's show the Saturday morning. I didn't even know Mark Stein had a show on what was it, 97.1 here in Dallas. I didn't know that. So I guess a lot of the Glow Yard kind of pointed it out to us that he had a show, but he had one. I'm kind of glad he does have a show because I like Mark Stein because Mark Stein just kind of just gives you the news. He doesn't go with all that extra stuff, all the politics and all that stuff. So shout out to Mark Stein, man. But yeah, he did have Jason Kidd on. He asked him some questions I think a lot of people been wanting to know here this offseason. So we're going to get into that today. But before we do all that, y'all, we got to let the folks know who are brand new to the channel, man. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, guys, if you're into Dallas Maverick content. And also, guys, everybody, please hit that like button, man, to help us grow this thing. We're getting ready for season 3 of Me and King, talking about Dallas Mavericks post-game shows, guys. So that's going to be coming up here next week. So go ahead and join the Glow Yard family. All right, King, you ready to get into it?
Let's do it, bro.
All right, man. I guess we can categorize this in the news and rumor category, I guess. It is some news because Jason Kidd did talk about some things here in his interview with Mark Stein that we're going to get into. I got a few clips here that we can listen to, and then we just kind of give our opinions on them. So let's get into it, man. You ready?
Let's do it.
Let's see which one I want to do first. Okay, this is a question I think we've been talking about. Shout out to TGK. This is one of his worst fears realized. This is talking about Luka's leg.
Went to Slovenia in the summer to pay Luka a visit, and I know you watched him in the World Cup, leading scorer in the tournament, got his team to the quarterfinals. But, I mean, it's impossible to ignore what Luka himself said. Luka was asked about his leg, which an injury that actually surfaced in the spring. And, you know, his words were, quote, not okay. So as his coach, what's your level of concern about where Luka is physically after a summer with his national team?
Well, I think, one, you brought up, we went to visit. When I say we, my family, we spent a week there. in his hometown. It was beautiful, city and country. Got to see him practice twice with his national team. He looked incredible. He was doing two-a-days. He was in great spirits. He loves to play for his national team. You talk about the leg injury. I think hopefully as we go forward here, he is going to be ready to go. I presume that, sometimes in our career, we're not 100%. Maybe we're 99 or 95%. The more games you play, the longer your career. I think you can ask anyone. No one's really 100%. But now, looking at our roster, hopefully we don't have to play him 40, plus minutes a night. With the depth that we have, I thought Nico did an incredible job this summer. But I think right now I'm excited with Luka and Kai and having, Luka ready to go and achieve his goals, and that's, to win a championship.
Well, there you go, King. What's your takeaway?
Nothing really special. I mean, it is what it is. He's hurt, not injured. Something he's going to deal with, especially playing overseas ball and never getting himself a chance to take it easy. So what J Kidd said, I don't see Luka really taking a step back. That's just probably not his game. J Kidd would have to do that for him. But yeah, hopefully we can get him in a game situation where we're not playing him a bunch of minutes and he can actually get rest during the season as well. So I think that's the way Jason Kidd's trying to do it, and that's the right way.
There's a lot to take away from this. There's some other news that's kind of surrounding this too. The fact that longtime Maverick trainer Casey Smith is probably not going to be with the team very much longer. I think a lot of this has to do, the whole Luka injury has a lot to do with their decision to kind of, supposedly they're saying it's just going to cut his role down, which, I mean, eventually that's going to lead to him leaving. The same thing happened with Travis Slink with Atlanta. They just cut his role down and eventually he left. So I think that has a lot to do with it. The fact that what Kidd said too is, us getting the players that we got, it should help to minimize his minutes. I think we talked about that before. Just getting guys to where he's not heavily dependent on. I was watching a video today, and the guy was talking about the fact that, a lot of the reasons why Luka was injured this year because he was doing a lot of heavy lifting. Talked about the fact how Luka go out there and score 50 points against the G League Ignite out there just to barely win a game. So I think a lot of that has to do with the injury. The fact that the injury did not heal the way it is supposed to heal, and he's still lingering to right now. It probably not being treated the right way or whatever, or probably not getting a second opinion on how to treat it or whatever. So I think that's a lot of the reasons why Casey Smith's not going to be here anymore. But like I said, this was kind of one of the fears I think a lot of people had when he went over to play for Slovenia this summer. But like you said, Luka's going to play regardless. We just got to hope that somehow, some way, his minutes don't get, increased too much this year to where he has to do so much to put pressure on that injury. But I think he'll be fine. Guys, Kyrie now, guy who can help kind of, do some heavy lifting and a lot more pieces on the team that can kind of do for themselves without having to depend on Luka. I hope it's not going to be no more 0-7s and 6-9s or whatever when Luka don't play. So I don't think it's going to be that low anymore. But yeah, hopefully that's not the case. But let's see. So the next one is I'm gonna say that for last. Let's do. Speaking of help, let's go ahead and listen to Jason Kidd where he talks about the roster construction.
Conference last season that there's probably gonna be a lot of changes, and there have been a lot of changes. How do you just feel about how the roster looks compared to where it was 5-6 months ago?
Yeah, I'm excited about the roster. When you talk about being young, athletic, playing faster, things that we've talked about this summer with the players. I think when you look at the depth of our team, we're deep. We didn't even get to talk about Exum, Jones Jr., Derek Jones Jr.
Right.
We got guys who can play
What you think about that?
Remember when I told you, I think a while ago, about the Tim Hardaway Jr. thing, like how are we going to work with all these guards? And I told you, you might as well just trade Jaden Hardy. Like if it comes to that point, just while his value is the highest, just get rid of him. I really don't think Jaden Hardy's going to be used a bunch this year. That's what I'm getting out of it. I really didn't see him being able to play that many minutes with Tim Hardaway still on the team. I think we came to that realization, and they're trying to promote Tim Hardaway as a sixth man. If Tim Hardaway plays like he did last year, all kudos to him. Like, it'll be awesome to see him play as a sixth man. I think he can get it if he's efficient and scoring like 15 points a game off the bench, as long as no one ridiculously like leads their team. But I think he could be in the running for it, I should say. But we thought Jaden Hardy was an overall better player. And Tim would have to be off the team for him to get some shine. So it looks like he's not really going to be, like I said, utilized much. I know Exum's going to be needed with his defense. They expect Seth to be Seth, just knocking down threes. I think he's the all-time leading three-point shooter. So I don't see Jaden Hardy getting a bunch of time. Seems like Josh – I know you got another clip probably because it's some more important stuff he talked about as well. But I'll save Josh for that. But yeah, I'm gonna say Jaden Hardy. Seems like he can get the short end of the stick with that conversation I heard from Jason Kidd. But also they're trying to push Tim Hardaway Jr. as well.
I hate you said that because I can kind of agree with you. It's what it kind of sounds like. I think a lot of people were high on Jaden Hardy going into the season. They saw what he did toward the end of the season last year. They figured, hey, if you're gonna be a bigger part in the rotation, you're gonna get some more. You're gonna get actual meaningful minutes and all that stuff, man. I think that his production would have rose. Yeah, I mean, look, like you said, because you still got to factor in Seth. You got to factor in, like you said, Exum. We got a lot of guards and not a lot of time to give out minutes. So. And I think Hardy's one of those players. I was listening to that same podcast earlier. Was talking about Hardy. When he plays at least 20 minutes, he's averaging like 19 points on efficiency and stuff like that, on good efficiency. So we know, man. We've said it before. I think Jason Kidd has said it 3 or 4 times during the season. He wants to give him more minutes when he saw him producing in those larger minutes. I think the one thing too, I think the key this year is going to be versatility. I think the way he kind of talked about the players that we got, I think Dallas is trying to set themselves up to play in different ways: big, small, fast, slow, whatever. I guess that'd be good. The way you can kind of you be prepared for any opponent. I guess you can say, probably except for the bigger teams. But I think we'll probably get there to that point. I know Grant Williams can play a little bit bigger than what he actually is. I think this is one of the cases, huh?
I was gonna say it's all about D Live, man. But we'll talk about
yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'm versatility. I think is going to be the thing. We're putting a lot of faith in Tim Hardaway coming in here, being the sixth man, and Jason Kidd doing something that we didn't see him do last year, man. You finally talking to folks and giving them their roles and letting them know what they pecking order going to be on the team, man. So that's key because you want these folks to go into the season knowing exactly what their role is, so there won't be any more confusion to what their role is. And definitely with Tim Hardaway, that dude to come in there think he's the number one option, man, just jacking up shots. Like I was gonna say too, we're also banking on the fact that he plays the same way he did after the trade last year. So we'll see, man. I'm ready to see it, man, to see everything we put together, because right now it's kind of hard for us to figure out how this is gonna look until we actually see it, because we got a whole new team. We're gonna be playing a different way that we ain't played in forever. So gonna be interesting to see. Speaking of rotations and players, key players, let's go ahead and listen to Jason Kidd talk about these rookies, man.
Are just insatiable trying to find out more about Derek Lively II, Olivier Maxence Prosper. From your seat, having watched them in a summer league now, how NBA ready are they?
What? They're NBA ready. They got drafted. I think there's different stages of NBA ready. And so when you look at Omax and being able to get him again, I think that was a big part of that success that night. And also with D Live, not shortchanging, being able to get him and one of the pieces that we need as a center. It's exciting. They've done everything we've asked them to do. Each week they get better. And so we're excited. I look for those rookies to play a lot this season. They're going to be a part of our fabric. There could be a chance of one of them starting. So
They might answer a lot of people's questions, man. I know a lot of people was wondering who's gonna be starting, but what's on your mind, King?
One of the guys are probably going to start, as they probably should, which means the hot seat is on DP, which shouldn't be that difficult for somebody to take his spot, and on Josh Green as well. The two guys we've been calling as far as saying weren't solidified in the starting lineup. I think later on in the thing he said about he was going to probably start one of them in the preseason, or start both of them, in the preseason.
Yeah, I got that clip last.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wow, sorry. Won't even go that far. But I just feel like one of them should be starting. They're NBA ready. They're first rounders. I think the Mavericks and Mav fans are so used to the way Josh Green and them develop. I feel like where it's such a long process, and that's fine. Like everybody, some guys do take a while, but they're also first round picks. We've seen plenty of them recently that are ready right at the beginning to go ahead. And their role isn't to be a guy. I saw Red, shout out to him, on Twitter was talking, X, I'm sorry, was saying that I don't want to win or lose. We're going to lose a bunch of games with rookies deciding the game and all. And I don't think their role is going to be to decide the game. Their role is going to be play hard, like the guys they already are in the position, and be effective, I should say. And I think they're ready to both. I'm ready to do both of that. So I'm not worried about either of them. This is actually, I'll give my overall opinion of Jason Kidd at the end of it, I guess, and what he said up behind that. But I was excited to hear this. So they're going to have a chance, and it seems like Jason Kidd wants to play them a lot. So they're going to be like a part of this team this year. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited for that.
You made a good point. It's not the first time we've seen rookies play key, crucial parts of a team. Jason Tatum did it for a team that was winning.
Yeah.
Nobody questioned that, right? Luka did it for us his rookie year, right? He came in, started, and all that stuff. Was a key part of our rotation. So I don't, like you said, these guys, I think people are afraid because of the progression that Josh Green has taken. And I think we talk about this a million times. Like Josh Green's situation is different because, he didn't have a normal rookie year. The pandemic kicked in and all that stuff around that time. And so he didn't really have the normal time to progress the same way that these guys will. You know what I'm saying? So these guys played in summer league. You know what I'm saying? Like they got all that under their belt already.
You said
Josh Green, yeah. Like Josh Green has never played in summer league, so he never got to play in summer league. Didn't have a traditional rookie year, none of that stuff. So, his progression is going to be a little bit different because of circumstances. With these guys, like you said, we're not asking them to come in here and be, Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. We ask these guys to come in here and fill a role. And I think that with what we're asking them to do, that's not that hard to do. Just come here and play defense, rebound, play tough, bring energy. And I think they can do that. That's not something you have to work on. That's something that you already have. Everything else is what you need to work on, like the jump shots, the handling, the getting bigger as far as lively, all that type of stuff. That's things you need to work on. But the things the tangibles that you already have, you don't got to work on that. Just bring that to the team. That's what we need. That's what we're asking for.
It was the same thing with Jalen Brunson, as I was saying, though. Like, even his rookie campaign was different because of what he had to go through, the circumstances. But I think with the rookies, though, where I'm like, all we're asking them to be is possibly better than Josh Green and Dwight Powell. You feel me? Like it doesn't have to be that far where everybody's overthinking it. Like it's okay. We're asking the rookies to possibly be better than Josh Green and Dwight Powell, which means our starting lineup is even better, which means we're a better team. So,
which I think they can do it. Like you said, they both first round picks. One of them was a lottery pick.
Yep.
One of them moved up in the lottery. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not a lottery, sorry, in the draft.
Yep.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, I'm with you, man. Like, I think they'll be fine, man. I wouldn't panic. That's why I think we were both came to a realization, like, yeah, we just go ahead and start Lively, man. Like, get the kid in there. Let's see what he can do with Luka. I've heard interviews with him. I heard the one he had on the Duke Network talking about his impact and what he can bring. You already see the mind frame that he has. You heard different coaches talking about him. You heard Tyson Chandler talking about him. Like, I'm encouraged of what I've seen with the kid, so I believe he can come in here and make an impact. I'm not saying he's going to come in here and be, the Kemba Mutombo or nothing, but I really feel like he can bring enough of an impact to help, elevate us on that end of the floor, man. So that's why I said I'm not really nervous about it. I'm just ready to see it. Like, I really believe that Luka and Kyrie can elevate his game the way that Luka's made Powell. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? And Kyrie, he did with Nick Claxton. I brought that up a million times. So I'm just ready to see it, man. But yeah,
you got the rookies are going to be fine. Why can't we have our Desmond Bain like everybody wanted? You feel me?
And like he's not this won't be the first time we've seen rookies come in and make impacts, man.
They can do it. They don't have
what's
to,
the boy name
from franchise player?
What's the boy from Kansas that played for Denver last year and won a championship? Shout out to Jay. Why am I blanking on that man's name?
I can't think. I'm lost with you.
Wow, I'm blanking on his man's name.
Jeez.
Dang, I'm blanking on that man's name. Jake would kill me. But yeah, like I said, man, they can come in and make an impact. But like I said, we're not saying they're gonna come in here and make a Luka impact or nothing. No. But they can make enough to help this team win. So that's what I feel like.
Yeah, they'll be fine. The rookies will be perfectly fine. I'm more worried about players we already have than the rookies.
Yeah. All right, man. This is the question of all questions right here. Then it's the main question that I know me and you've been asking for a million times. This is about the center position.
Well, because the other topic that gets thrown at me constantly is the center position, and obviously you've added Derek Lively there through the draft, Rashawn Holmes via trade, and Dwight Powell returns. As we're discussing this on September 21st, 22nd, 23rd range, what's your approach to the center position going into camp? Is the starting job up for grabs? How are you looking at that?
It's up for grabs, just understanding that. But I will start Lively with the big group and see how that goes. Maybe Josh starting with the big group, maybe Omax starting with the big group, starting both rookies out with the big group, and that being with Grant, Kai, and Luka. Just to take a look at that, to see if, you asked the question, NBA ready, to see where they are. I think anytime you can put rookies or your younger players with the star players to see how they handle the situation, I think you can get a grasp of where they are. Are they ready? And these last couple of weeks, our rookies have taken jumps here. And so as I've talked to the coaching staff and Nico about starting Lively with Luka and Kai and Grant. And so we'll see how that goes. But I can say that we'll probably start both rookies here early in camp and probably in one, or if not both games in Abu Dhabi, just to see how they.
I can't take it away.
I was looking on my phone too. You were talking about Brown?
Yeah.
Not Braun.
Yeah. I bet say, because why his name Brown, but then what's the name they played for the Brewers was Braun? It's spelled the same.
Different. Their families just decided how to do it differently. It's American language, I guess, but American English. But I was getting into that point as well earlier. I think one of them is going to start. I actually like this even for
You
Josh
saying one of
Green.
them gonna start like you don't know who it is?
I don't think it's a set like one of them starting. Like so
King, I'm betting your house on. I know who's gonna start.
that Lively's going to start for sure. Well, how about I say this then? It's still putting heat by not saying that Josh Green may not start as well. I like the heat being put under Josh Green. I like this. Like it's like feast or famine, Josh. We're at that point. I already told you that. I'm at that point with him, and it's not even like I don't believe in him. I just want him to have to prove it. Like, bro, you got to go out there and you got to make confidence some way by just animosity or something like that. I don't know what's going on, but you got to find some way. So I like that he's doing that. Derek Lively's probably going to start. I'm hoping, we're praying that Derek Lively is the one he's talking about starting. But saying that Omax has a chance to start as well means that Omax going to have a big role as well. That's what it looks like. Shout out to Maxie and them guys and all, but it looks like Omax is going to have a big role. So, bro, I'm happy. I'm actually happy from these statements that Jason Kidd said.
Yeah. Know what someone's gonna say about what did he say? It was someone's gonna say in there. I just lost my train of thought.
Starting preseason games.
Well, yeah, he gonna start in preseason games, but no, I think I was about to say the fact that him talking about it is up for grabs. And look, man. Like I said, we talked about this just a second ago. I want Lively to start. He has the best upside. I want it to be to where, like, you heard him say those three names. You heard him say, "Oh no, that's what I was gonna say." It sounds like there's two things that Key has talked about so far. Well, not talked about. He's done in this interview. He's communicated.
Yep. I told you I got an overall Jason Kidd, like an overall opinion of it at the end. I'm gonna give.
Right. Still gotta see it. We still gotta see it, play out or whatever. But look, he said he communicated with Tim Hardaway and some other players. Said he communicated with Nico and some other guys. Like this is something we didn't hear last year, right? But anyway, yeah. So with the center position, you already know my opinion. I want Lively to start. I want Holmes to get the backup minutes. Like I don't even want Powell or Maxey to be used at all if they don't have to. You know what I mean? Like you hear him also too. I think you just touched on it. The fact that Omax's name is being thrown out there as being a key piece is telling me that Maxey might not be seeing as many minutes we think he's gonna see.
No, I don't think Maxey's not going to see a bunch of minutes, but I think he'll see more minutes than Dwight.
I can see that
because Maxey can play small ball 5.
Yeah,
I don't really want him playing 5 at all. I really just want to play 4 whenever we need 4 minutes from him or playing Zion. You feel me? That's what I want Maxey playing. But other than that, let Maxey sit. Let Maxey come make some big threes in the playoffs or something. You feel me? Let that be Maxey's role now. Like if you want to make them the honorary jersey retirement dudes, then let them sit out now. Like Big Shot Rob and just wait.
So
you
saying Maxey just gonna be retired too?
I mean, he got a 3-year, $33 million one, didn't he? Is he worth that?
There, man? No.
Oh, okay. Was he worth it when he got it?
No.
All right, he gonna
go he's coming off an injury, remember?
He can go right beside Dirk then on the bottom of his jersey. Another worst bird.
Go have him have him put a statue of him as like a little kid looking up at Dirk as he's doing a fadeaway.
Looking up as Dirk fadeaway is kicking Dwight Powell in the face.
No, they're gonna have the white statue gonna be him, his face hitting that door face.
Oh man.
It's gonna be his statue. Shout out to TGK. But yeah, man, those are just some takeaways from the interview. You got anything else you want to add to that, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say overall, bro. Is it wrong to say that I'm feeling optimistic about Jason Kidd this year, man?
Well, I cut you off. I said, yep.
Is it wrong to feel like we might get Western Conference Finals Jason Kidd this year?
I mean, that's fine. That's fine if you feel that way. I'm shout out to Demond, man. I'm to the point now. I gotta see this stuff first.
Yeah, I gotta see it as well. I remember that was an awesome year. It was an awesome year when you were telling me Jason Kidd the first year. You had to see it, and it became incredible. So I'm saying,
and then I drunk the Kool-Aid the next year. I'm like, oh man, this kid gonna get even better.
Yeah, you got to stay on the opposite side. You got to stay Skip Bayless.
Don't
never jump on the Jason Kidd bandwagon. But
I could do that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of stuff he was saying in this interview, I was impressed by it. What Jason Kidd was saying, he was, like you said, establishing roles, saying he communicated. with guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. already, so he knows what his role is. Saying that guys are going to compete for the center position, something we wish Christian Wood had the opportunity to do last year, but he wasn't able to do.
Good point.
Just a lot of things, man. Like he's keeping it real. Shout out to Nico and what he's done, the team depth. He's saying that the rookies, a lot of questions we had. The rookies going to play a bunch of minutes in the season. Don't expect them to go to the G League. As who was it before that said that to us? It was somebody. Was it your guy? The guy, what is it? Bob something or the something? What is his name? I can't think of it.
Well, I'm blanking on names today.
The what's his name? The Dallas guy. Oh my goodness! I'm gonna go to the Glue because I know.
Bob O'Gares?
No, the guy that this Dallas Mavericks like coverage and all. What's his name? Damaris. Damaris.
Oh, Damaris. Yeah. Bob Damaris. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who it was. That said that they were going to be in the G League, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was him.
Straight live out his mouth and all that. But he was the first one I thought that reported it and said it out loud.
Yeah. He was first.
And it looks like
it was him, and then it was somebody else. I think Tim said that too.
Yeah,
I think he said it too. Not Tim K though. Tim
McMahon. Yeah. And I think that Jason Kidd just basically said that's a no. So, and we were worried about
that's why I was confused. Remember when we talked about that? It was like Bob said that, but it was like, but we heard out of Nico's mouth that they're not going to the G League. We heard him say that. It's not no speculation. He said himself they're not going to the G League.
You said
don't expect them to go to the G League.
You said
so when he started talking about, I think they're going to the G League. Where are you getting that from? That's not what Nico said.
But you said
Nico didn't have the power.
Jason Kidd and Nico on the same page this year? That's what you said?
I hope so. They need to be, man.
You said they on the same page, maybe. Okay. All right, man. That's all I want to know. But it sounded good.
I did hear something. I don't know where I heard it from. Somebody said maybe Kidd could be on the hot seat this year. I forgot where I heard that from.
I mean, that's good.
I didn't take credence to it because I was like, okay, I need to see it. I need to see more Mav brass or more Mav media say that, man, before I start saying like, oh, okay, yeah. But I mean,
if Jason Kidd's on the hot seat, we might win the championship this year.
And I'm just like, and if that's the case, then maybe that's why we are hearing him communicating all that stuff. He doing stuff different. I mean, maybe
we might win the championship if Jason Kidd on the hot seat.
I hope so, man. They got 2-a-days coming up here. I don't know how that's gonna work out for them.
No loot.
So I don't even think I don't think we getting the fan jam this year. Because they leave on the first.
Yeah. How the games go? The first, what is it? Dallas and then 3 games overseas?
No. They're going straight overseas. The first 3 games are going to be overseas.
And the last one is in Dallas.
I think the last 2 in Dallas.
Last 2, so they get
here
5.
Or whatever.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'm probably not getting a fan jam then this shit.
I hope, man, because what's it? 26th, tomorrow's 27th. They're doing 2-a-days.
When they've already said something by now?
They usually kind of like they don't tell you like that far in advance. They'll be like a couple of days or whatever, or a few days, and like we having a fan jam on Friday or whatever. Yeah. Hold on, let me see, bro. What's the day? 26.
Remember how excited we was at the fan jam last year?
Yeah, shout out to brother-in-law Reggie. We went to that thing.
And that didn't show anything.
So man, like, what if they that's media day? What if they do like Saturday?
I mean, they're gonna be
the first on Sunday. I don't know. Yeah, we might not be getting one this year.
They ain't playing no basketball together yet.
Yeah, because the 27th is on Wednesday. That means they have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then they fly out on Sunday.
When you think Kyrie and them will join the team? And like, I know they're gonna join the team, but when
they said they're here. They already here.
I know they already joined the team, but when you think they're gonna start like playing?
Oh, I think they're gonna play immediately. I was saying, Luka ready to go.
Oh my goodness, man!
Yeah, they're ready. They're taking this. They're taking this year serious, man. Matter of fact, they said Luka as soon as he came back and was already in the gym with the team.
I wouldn't have him playing basketball, man. Like
man, leave that man alone, man.
I'll let him chill, man. Y'all just said a second ago.
Hold on. There's a difference. That's Luka's choice. He's not doing that's not the people. That's Luka's choice. He came down, he flew back, and then
I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the gym but he shouldn't be doing like the full practices and all. That's what I'm saying though.
Right.
Like, don't get this man that he shouldn't. Nah.
Man, you better tell him that, man. He didn't want to go.
I don't think Jason Kidd and them going to do it because Rick Carlisle used to not do it when he was overseas and all that. I don't think they they really play him in practices really until like closer to the preseason or whatever. They probably give him a while off as he deserves right now.
Man, he don't deserve no. What did he do, man? What Luka do? He don't deserve no time off.
He got kicked out of the last FIBA game he was in.
Facts. All right, man. You ready to get to the folks, man?
Yeah, let's get the people what they want, man.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and get to the questions and these comments, guys. You already know how this goes. If you have any questions, any comments addressing us here, hit us with the WTM. We ask you guys be respectful with your questions and your comments, guys. We usually take the super chats first. If any super chats come in, we take those first before the regular chats. And that's it.
Let's see. Where Brian probably going to join on blue. Okay. I was reading Dev thing. I'm sorry. Shout out to Dev. Richard, Glow Yard gang member, he said could take no more Tweedledee, rather chat with people waiting on here. LOL.
Oh, man.
Appreciate you, Richard. He also says kid ain't playing nobody over Dwight or Maxey. It's in his contract.
He says his contract.
Wow. Richard funny. Dev, what up? He says kid said they will start the rookies in the preseason. That was word trickery. He isn't starting any rookie unless they knock it out the park. And even then, I bet he wouldn't. I don't know. I don't think it was. There was two different ways he answered it. He answered it. I feel like he answered it pretty straight.
Yeah, he answered it. He kind of answered it twice.
Yeah, I feel like people are taking it or trying to twist it. He said about the.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Do you blame the people for doing that?
Yeah. I don't blame him.
I can't be mad at him, bro. It is Jason Kidd, man. The guy be flip flopping. He even said he lies to the media. So
he said this guy be flip flopping. He does.
So it's like that's why I say look for people to kind of have that trepidation right now before the season started. I don't blame him, man. Yeah, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him.
I think we're all to the point like let's just wait and see what happens. So
yeah. Richard says, man, there is hate out there for the Green Ranger. It is, man. He's up though, Richard. He's up next. I keep telling you that. So either he's gonna show up to the hate and outdo it, or
JP had that same hate.
Yeah, like it is what it is. It's time. He also says, so Portland getting a first for Dame, maybe not. Yeah, they getting a first. They're gonna at least get a first.
Yeah, they're gonna get a first at least.
They better. I'm about to say that. Nancy says, good evening, guys. How are y'all doing today? I'm fine.
Hey, Nancy.
Said excited about training camp tomorrow. Everybody back in Dallas. I believe everybody is back. Without precision, he says, Dwight Powell is sorry. Can't believe he is still on the roster. You said it.
Hey, did you see that video I sent you?
Yeah.
First name on the thing. I tripped it. I said, I got to send it to King. Boy, this is crazy.
First, Dwight.
For the Dwight Powell. I was like, yep. This guy not even a Mavs fan, and he knew this.
Everybody now knows it now, man. Nancy says, that's why I think Kid is now thinking about starting somebody else because it's becoming a joke. Nancy says, actually, all I want is for Jason Kidd to coach this year instead of just standing on the sidelines watching and eating popcorn like us. There were so many games that were so close last year. Yeah, I want some blowouts this year. Can we get some blowouts again?
Hold on, what kind of popcorn, Nancy? What do you got on there? That's important.
Salt and butter.
He don't mix it with he don't mix it with the little Oreos and all that crazy stuff.
Nah, man, all that actually you like that. That's sweet. I'm not a real sweet popcorn.
Nah. I mean, I do like sweet and salty together, but you know, I don't know if I go that far like popcorn and Oreos.
You know, you ever got the tin can or whatever popcorn for like Christmas?
Three of them, yeah.
And they had like caramel and then white,
the cheddar,
white cheddar, and then regular cheddar. Mm. The last one always would be caramel for me. Like I wouldn't.
Yeah, I used to eat caramel when I was a kid, but I don't really eat it no more. I eat the cheddar and all that, but my wife love popcorn, bro. We go to the movie, she always got to get popcorn. No matter if we full and ate already, she want popcorn.
Cracker Jack. Oh man, back in the day. They still make Cracker Jacks?
I don't know. I don't know.
I haven't seen a box of Cracker Jacks in a while.
Me either, bro. You got me thinking now. I don't know.
Oh shoot. Oh man. Richard, I'm sorry for clipping you. Dave says Jason Kidd thinks we are stupid. He knows Powell is playing, and that Rashawn Holmes is in the doghouse before he even met him. Let's hope not, Dave. That's the normal, right? Well, that's
I said, I can't be mad at nobody for feeling that way, man. We've seen it last year, you know. Now if he can come in here and flip it and like King said, go back to the key the first year, then I think everybody will change their mind about him.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Ashton says, I think we should wait to extend Green so we can see what he do first. Yeah, I'm with you, Ashton. Do not extend him until after the season.
Facts.
He's restricted, so you played it out the correct way. So
yeah, he restricted, so you're really not in no hurry.
Yeah, do not sign him until after the season over, or either trade him. Johnny B says, or trade him before the what is the trade deadline if he's not producing, I should say. Johnny B, Glow Yard gang member said, Glow Yard, what up though? What up?
What up?
Ashton also says, kid knows he's starting power. We gotta be positive this time, man. We gotta be positive.
Yeah, funny, man.
Yeah. Johnny B said, King, I said 2 months ago, Omax would take Josh starting by the trade deadline. I think it may be sooner than that. Johnny B, you always coming with the Josh hate, man. Like, why can't we be positive, please?
I really hope we get a fan jam. I want to go, man.
Richard says, King, one more time, tell everybody the center pack in order in case they forgot.
Oh, man.
And it don't even exist no more, man. But it was the White Power, Maxie Cleveland, then somewhere all the way down there was Christian Wood. Man, he didn't get a chance. I don't know where he is, man. I couldn't even get down there. It's like the hole that never ends. Pause. What up, David? He says, do you guys think we will get a practice live stream one of these days like last year?
Man, that'd be, you know what, David, Carter, you said it. I thought about that a couple of days ago. The way that their schedule is this year is a little bit different than it normally is because, like I said, they're playing 3 games overseas in 12 days. They start training camp tomorrow. Now, normally you have your media day before your training camp, but you have your media day. This year you have your training camp and then your media day because of them going to Dubai. And so that means they start on Wednesday tomorrow, and then they leave on Sunday to go to Dubai. So I don't know. That's a great question. I hope they do. Maybe it's kind of like Hard Knocks with football. You switch it out every year or whatever. We don't know. But I feel like, man, I really want that. I want that. I really want to see Lively in person, bro. I wanted to do the fan jam this year, but I'm starting to feel like they probably not gonna do it this year, man.
I do as well. But that was that Dallas Mavericks or was that NBA TV?
NBA TV.
Yeah, so it depends on what NBA TV does. And if the Mavericks are going overseas and all that, they'd probably be one of the first teams. That would be if it happened. Frank said, if THJ goal this year is 6-man, what happens to Hardy? I said the same thing, Frank.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. Can we need to... Oh, Larry been a member for 6 months, man. Congratulations, Larry. Appreciate you, man. Says, come on, guys. Like that bleep video, y'all. Yeah, man. Appreciate it, y'all. Please hit that like, y'all. Hit that like.
I didn't know they did that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know that either. That's what's up.
Thank you, Larry. He is still, y'all, if you didn't know, one of the stars of Friday's Members Only show, along with Johnny B and Richard. Johnny B also said, since they obviously hold my boy Taze Moore out of his training camp spot, my choice to win the 2-way. Who now do y'all think will win that last 2-way spot?
Wait, it's open?
I didn't think it was open. I thought I don't know what's going on with the roster now, Johnny B.
I don't. Y'all be teasing me still. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the 2-ways like that. So I thought we had all the 2-way spots filled up.
Yeah, I thought Taze's spot was gone now. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Frank says, even if THJ plays like he did at the end of last year, I prefer THJ gone so we can stay young.
I mean, we're still relatively young, kind of, in a way, sort of.
Yeah, we Tim Hardaway not stupid old. You feel me? Like,
yeah, he ain't like LeBron old.
Yeah, he's just a seasoned veteran.
Chris Paul old.
Yeah, like he's a guy that should be a role player on the team. So, right. 6-man, I'm fine with that. Chischas says, understand Luka wants to play for his country, but once Slovenia eliminated, why Luka continue playing hurt the final games, which were meaningless. This on Mavs front office as Luka doesn't heal right. Go ahead, bro.
That final game did mean something, Chester. It was they had to win that game to qualify for the Olympics this summer. So yeah, it was a meaningful game. That's why he played.
Yeah, that's it. You got it. Bergs, what up? He says, calling it now, Green won't be a Mav next year. He wasn't mentioned in a big group. They tried to bring in Thibault to start, and his contract year for him, Mark is not going to pay him. Other teams are going to pay him when he hits free agency. Mark didn't pay Brunson. He didn't want to pay Wood. If you're on the Mavs in a contract year, you're gone unless you're DP or Max. Yikes. Bro, I can see Green. It looks like they're pressuring Green, though, as they should, though, man. They're pressuring Green, as they should.
Kid in that interview did mention that Green could be possibly one of the players that starts. He mentioned Lively, Max, and Josh Green as one of those 3 rotational guys that could be in that start position. So, and on top of that, this is a different situation with Josh Green and Jalen Brunson, because Jalen Brunson was an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah,
Josh Green's restricted. So even if a team wants to come in here and pay him, Dallas can always match it.
Yes.
So I don't think we're worried about that. The question is, on Dallas' end, do they want to pay this guy, and how much do they want to pay him? That's the question. I don't think it's a fear of losing him. I think if they lose him, it's going to be Dallas' choice. So
if Josh Green is able to start the whole year and in the playoffs, he'll have a contract. That's how I feel. He can keep his starting job. Taco says, do you think Mavs are not mentioning Green in his role because his extension negotiations are going on? Nah. I just think they're but the way
they're doing the same thing we all doing right now. We're guessing.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to figure out things as soon as they see things. Jason Kidd said in the interview, they got to see how things go. You're going to play some people with certain people here in these next 3 games overseas to kind of get an idea of what and who can go with what and all that type of stuff. So I don't think it had anything to do with the extension. That's normal. That's any player in the league. They get extensions around this time, right? It's just the fact that he honestly probably does not know yet what the lineup's going to be. And he has to probably see it and try to mix and match and all that stuff to put it together and see what he can get out of it. So I think that's why he was saying that.
I agree.
Because also, too, that says a lot, too, about the rookies.
It does.
That means he has a lot of faith in the rookies. If he's sitting there wrestling with that with his mind, it's like as far as Max starting over Josh or what's the boy name, Lively starting over Dwight or whatever, that means he has some faith in the rookies. That should be a good thing.
They're J-Kid guys. Johnny B says, I still think Hardy gets 20 minutes. He's the most talented young player on the team. Maybe he can get Josh Green's minutes.
He's shooting at you, bro.
Yeah, I know. But he ain't hitting pause. Hardy, man. Hardy's not getting more minutes than Josh Green. Sorry, Johnny B.
Josh Green is right now being talked about as possibly starting. So
Chish Chas also says, can you talk about Dwight Powell's greatness in the community? Great accomplishment, Dwight's 10,000 community service hours, or Wilt Chamberlain's 10,000. You know what? I'm gonna go with Dwight Powell's 10,000 community service hours.
Listen, he got enough to feed the needy.
Yep. Stop being greedy. Div says, as a Luka fan, I really hope Kyrie does not play second place to Luka and just plays as if he is better than Luka and carries as well. I don't want him to listen to the media saying he's number 2. I feel you did, but I do want him to recognize he's number 2. It's still pecking orders. It's still the guys talk to each other. They're regular people. They go out there knowing it's a performance going on and they recognize what their stats are and what they want to get. So he's going to be number 2. Like Luke it's just a line of who gets the shots first, who gets to decide who gets shots first, and Luke is first. So if they come on the court and it's like Luka says, I want the ball, it's time for me to go and score, probably gonna be Luka's time. It's just Luka has to realize what place it is for him not to ask for the ball as well. It's a 2-way street, but Kyrie should be the number 2. He also says, and I also hope that Luka, if asked about being 1, says no, Kai's equal to me, if not better, because he has a ring. Nah, I don't understand that, dude. I don't understand that, man. That's gonna make Luka look like a different player. Nancy says both the rookies know their role. They know they were brought in here for defense, and that's what we need them for most. True.
Need to bring that energy, that youthful energy.
Christian Brown, had an impact on Denver. I think this is the guy you were trying. Yes, did.
Yeah, that's it.
Frank says, I think Lively struggles early because he kind of being thrown in the fire early, while Omax has the benefit of playing behind Grant and Josh. We shouldn't overreact, no matter the good and the bad. Hey, Frank, I'm going to tell you again, y'all don't have to overreact. We're comparing him to Dwight Powell. He is going to outperform Dwight Powell, y'all. Like, I'm pretty confident in that.
You gonna put your house on that?
Yeah, I think I might put my house on that, man. Like, this dude will outperform Dwight Powell. What up, Orange Juice? He says Kyrie is great with bigs. He had a lot of assists to Tristan Thompson and to Al Horford, so he's going to help Derek Lively and Rashawn Holmes. I agree, Orange Juice.
Oh, I forgot about. Yeah, he could definitely help out Rashawn Holmes. I forgot about that.
Larry, Glow Yard gang member as well. Y'all saw 6 months. Said, what's good, fellas? What's up, Larry?
So what's up?
Dave says, I believe that Nico is putting the pressure on Jason Kidd now due to what happened with Wood. I think he isn't playing now and is pushing Kidd to do what he doesn't want to. And for Kidd to mention that Nico is telling him to start them, he is washing his hands from them being a disaster and act like it isn't his fault if they fail. Dave on Jason Kidd, man. I hope he turns your opinion around too, man. Not saying he will, though. Oh, man, Mike Douglas back in the house. What up?
What up, Mike?
He says Omax and Grant at 3 and 4.
Hey, you gonna get a chance to see it, man, here in the first like 2 or 3 games.
Larry says, I'm betting on Kidd this year like I've been preaching. I mean, you're just going to stay with him no matter what, though, Larry, man.
Yeah, you just want to be the opposite of everybody, so you're going to stay with him.
I mean,
hey, if he start playing, yeah, but say he started doing good, and everybody like, oh, man, he did a pretty good job.
Like,
no, he didn't do this and do that. I know about Larry, yeah.
Mike Douglas said they're motivated by more size against the Mavs, yeah. Yep, as they should be. Orange Juice said, I think Grant Williams was our key addition. Watching his highlights got me hyped. I think Boston is going to regret giving him up. He's the perfect modern 3-4-5 forward who can defend all positions. I agree with everything you said there, OJ.
Yeah, not just him, OJ. They gave up Marcus Smart. Brogdon kind of going through it right now with them. So
yep,
they losing their defensive identity.
They gave up Grant Williams and they gave up Grant Williams and Marcus Smart, and they calling them the favorites in the East. How what?
Hey, last time I checked, Al Horford ain't Benjamin Button, man. He ain't getting no younger.
Kristaps Porzingis really got them drinking the Kool-Aid.
Yes, sir.
I would take. Well, let me ask you this.
The same guy who's hurt right now.
I like to glow y'all this as well. If we had a chance, even right now, you can say right now, since Kristaps so great after last year, would you guys take Kristaps Porzingis right now, or would have taken Grant Williams and Marcus Smart? Let me know what you guys would have done, because I know what I would have done. So I don't know how Boston got better. Johnny B says people worrying about minute lines. This team ain't full of injury-prone players like Luka, Kyrie, Maxey, Seth, Josh always hurt. Josh always. These other cats will have plenty of time. You just hate on Josh. Josh Green considered an injury-prone player.
I ain't never seen Josh an injury-prone player. He was covering for Luka and Kyrie when they was out.
Johnny, you be hating on Josh. But no, the thing is, with all the players we have, the extra players, it shouldn't be as many injuries. Larry also says Nico and Cuban has been preaching in interviews about the rookies playing. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I didn't understand why Brian Damaris was over there, like, confidently saying, like, oh, they're going to be in the G League. It's like, that's not what Nico said, though. Like, what are we talking about? And like I said, he said that after what Nico said. So, I don't know where he got that from, but anyway.
Mike Douglas said that's why Bertans is the GOAT, lots of sides. I don't know if I should pause that, Mike Douglas. So I'm going to pause it either way, pause. Frank says there's no point complaining about Luka playing through injuries. He's going to play no matter what. We just got to hype him up as that dude that plays no matter what. That's what I was saying, Frank. I think he's just going to be a dude that just plays hurt all the time. That's my thing. There's no complaint to the refs, man. Stay in shape. Larry says the whole excuse for last year was that Kyle and Luka didn't have a preseason or any real practice time to bond. So they have to let them run 5-on-5 off rip. Yeah, they can let them learn plays, and I got you, but they don't have to. Like, you can still not. I'm saying 2-a-days though. Like, everybody do 2-a-days.
Yeah, everybody do 2-a-days.
You don't gotta do 2 a day. Like, no way. I think Luke and them should be doing 2 of these. Johnny B said, "Kid may be a bottom 5 coach in the league. That gets worse the longer he coaches any team. Let's just hope he learned his lesson. I doubt it though. But Nico gonna make sure some people play. Yeah, I hope he. Man, if
boy, Johnny, where you get that gun from? Johnny must have bought that first gun, man. He out here firing today, boy.
Shooting 45s.
Boy, no Jordan, boy.
Yeah, no Jordan. TGK.
Oh, no Donovan Mitchell.
Glow Yard Gang members say, y'all ready for the cookie cutter questions from Mav State Media? I'm ready.
Wait, what kind of question you talking about? What color is Luka's socks?
New people joining the Mav State Media, I see. Johnny B also says Jelly Walker going to be giving Mike Miles, Seth, and Hardy that work in training camp. Hashtag book it.
Hey, that's fine, but is he going to make the team, though?
Yeah. I mean, he gonna make buckets and stuff, and he can't play defense. That's gonna be the issue. So Jason Kidd with defense, Johnny B.
Johnny, this how big Jelly Walker is.
Yeah, come on, man. Mike Douglas said white cheddar popcorn is supreme. Amen. Talk to Queen about that. That's all we go through over here is what's that?
Yeah, my wife
foods and all that.
Ooh. What they call it? That is that what they call it? Light popcorn or whatever with cheddar on it or whatever.
Smart food. That's what it's called. Smart foods. Cheddar popcorn. Queen eat it all the time. Larry said yes, they still make Cracker Jacks. Okay. Johnny B said we got 46 people in here with 11 likes. Come on, y'all. It only takes 2 seconds to like the video. Less than that actually, but. Mike Douglas said it extends for Josh Green. Who?
Probably made a station, probably. We'll see. Like I said, I wouldn't give it to him right now. I'll wait.
After the year's over.
Yeah, like I said, it should be no hurry. This is not the same situation as Jalen Brunson, where it's like, yo, you better extend him right now. He got a chance to walk because he's an unrestricted free agent. Yeah. Josh is restricted, so we safe. I'm not worried.
Frank says, what y'all think about Luka's weight? Officially report shows him at 230, and I thought that normal weight for 6'7" dudes. But as usual, people crying about it. Nah, 230 is fine.
Yeah, I'll take 230.
Michael Jordan, again, I would say to y'all, Michael Jordan was 225. At his peak, he was 6'6", 225. Yeah. Luka's 6'7", 230. There's nothing wrong with that.
Just stretching that weight out.
Yeah, like it's usually 5 pounds per inch or whatever like that. So that fits. I'm fine with that, Frank. Div says, I really think Josh is going to realize this is his career. I think Kid knows he has to put him on the hot seat and that he needs the pressure to perform and show up. No more passive stuff. I hope so, Div. I think that is what's going on, though. And Green has to step up, man. Div says Green has to toughen up. You can't have a rookie like Hardy have more guts to do things in the fourth quarter than you. You got to something up. Josh, take no prisoners. Beat everyone in front of you for the spot. I feel you. Larry says they promised Luka a few years ago they would play Real Madrid, and this was the only way they could do it by going overseas for 2 weeks per Mark Stein, so it probably won't happen. As far as the fan jam, bro. Frank said, I thought Taze signed a 10-day contract. He signed a 10-day.
We did too.
It was just a 10-day? I thought it was
what I was saying, it was Exhibit 10. That's why I thought,
it was. You right.
I don't know. Johnny's the one that keeps telling us he didn't see his name on the roster. He showed us a roster. Yeah. His name wasn't on there. I don't know, Frank. I don't know. Like I said, Johnny told us, so I didn't know he was. The last thing we heard, he was one of the ones they signed. Yeah. Now all of a sudden we don't see his name on the roster. I don't know what happened. I didn't hear anything. Nobody talked about it. The only person I heard talking about it was Johnny. That's it.
Teflon says, so Powell is starting center again. I'm stocking up on my liquor bar.
Let's hope not, Teflon, man. Let's hope not.
That. Don't do that, Teflon. You might get a bad habit drinking the Powell. Jet says, I seriously don't want X or more THJ to get more playing time than Hardy. We traded up for Hardy to just not use him, which is disgusting to think about. Hardy is nothing short of worthy for the 6-man spot. Hey, Jet, we traded up for Christian Wood, or got rid of our first round pick for Christian Wood. Hey, man, stuff happens with these Mavs, but I don't see how we're gonna be able to play if Tim Hardaway Jr. is the one. That means Tim Hardaway Jr. will be playing starters minutes basically if they try to get him 6-man of the year.
Yep. You said Jason Terry?
Jason Terry, yeah, like guys, Lou Will, anybody that gets 6-man of the year. You get starters minutes. You over 25 at least. That's what I was saying to before, I believe. Like, he's going to get over 25 minutes. Div says, we will be super polite and not talk ish to Kai. Yeah, I want to see if they get Kai. I want to see. Richard says, guys, having 4 good wings is a good problem to have. I agree, Richard.
Yeah, we ain't never had that problem before.
Yep. Div says the only way Hardy gets more minutes than Josh is if Hardy is shooting 40% or more open threes a season. I still don't think so, Div, because unless Hardy becomes a lockdown defender, Josh's role is 3 and D. So Hardy just shooting threes. We already know that goes with Christian Wood. You feel me? Like,
and Josh can play make a little bit too.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Josh fits the team more. It's not that Josh, again, it's not about the better player. No one's always arguing the better player always, but it's like he fits what we need right now more if Tim Hardaway Jr. is on the team. Frank said, y'all saw that apparently Tatum will have time playing point guard. I think they cooked this shit. Hey,
yeah, I saw that, man.
You want to try something?
Dude's career average in assists is like 3.3 or something like that. Y'all want him to play? I mean, hey, you know what? It's not my. Whenever we hear news like that, it's not my team, so I don't care.
He shouldn't play point, but that's a setup for him to have a good year for him to be in the MVP conversation, though. I mean, I can see his assists going up though, because Devin Booker did the same thing. Shout out to the Trey again. I always got to bring these Suns. I don't be wanting to, but yeah, Devin Booker became a better playmaker. Like, you can do it. Even Kevin Durant and all, but do I think he's good enough to be a point guard? Hell no. Johnny B said the Mavs still have 1 open 2-way spot. They have taken 2. They have 2 taken. Mike Miles, AJ Lawson. These other guys are training camp invites banning for that 3rd slot. I don't know, Johnny B. We'll see. I don't really expect the 3rd spot to mean that. I told you before, like, they ain't gonna do much. I don't expect. I hope not, I should say.
I can't really get an answer, Johnny, until we see the preseason.
Yeah. Richard says, I watched KP here and on the Wiz. I ain't buying it. Boston going to have an off year. Hey. It's Mike Douglas, man. He said, I heard Boban has the most. I was on that one. Mike tripping. Div says, Boston is being pushed as top because the media loves to see the best young guys be Tatum. See Stephen A. Smith saying he would take him before Luka. Yeah, he tripping. I mean, but he has gone to multiple Eastern Conference Finals. I give Jason Tatum respect. Like, it is what it is. He ain't better than Luka. Like, that, he ridiculous, but
yeah, he went to multiple. I'm telling you, Luka had that team. Luka would have won multiple.
Yeah, he probably would have, but it is what it is. Gina Kim said, "Hey fellas, what's up, Gina Kim?"
Well, Gina,
says, I hope we see the Kai, Luka, Omax, Grant, and Lively lineup soon. I would like to see Holmes too. I really need kids to stay true to his words, though. Yeah. Amen.
I think we're gonna see that lineup.
I think we will too. Div says, Rowan King, what does it take for you guys to be invited to Mavs Media Day? Is there some sort of rules? Do you apply? Is it based on number of viewers you have?
No, we gotta be actual media members.
Yeah, and then just timing and all. Div, it's difficult when you have lives to be able to do that as well. So we're trying, man, to get there one day. Larry says, ask Johnny B, didn't Nico and Cuban already say that kid job is safe? That's what I heard.
Yeah, man, you can't be going back and forth with your future partner, man.
Frank says Celtics trading Smart to Grizzlies. They should have got the Grizzlies backup point guard. That guy would have made me feel better about the Celtics, but they got street clothes instead. Yep, shaking my head.
You talking about Ty Jones?
Yep.
I think Ty Jones went somewhere else though.
He might have went to Washington, didn't he? Or somewhere, I don't know.
I think it was Washington. I think it was Washington. Somewhere they like, man, they was like, okay,
it might be Washington.
It might have been Washington. Yeah,
it might be all right next year. Not all right, like making the noise, but like competitive for the final.
Hey, and remember, he was the one that was starting when Ja was out.
Ja was out when he was going 20-5.
Yeah, 20-5 and all that.
Mike Douglas also said if you had a forward and he chooses or choose 6'6" or 6'9", I mean 3-inch difference is a lot. 6 or 9 inch, I would always dude Mike Douglas again. But yeah, but definitely 6'9" over 6'6" if you had a forward. Mike Douglas. Johnny B said
wingspan too.
People forget about Keith Morris. He's the same height as Powell and Maxey, And truthfully, he better than both of them on offense and defense. Small ball 5. I don't know if he better than Maxey defensively, but he better than both of them offensively.
Hey, all I gotta say, Johnny, he better come in this year with in shape or whatever his excuse was last year.
What excuse? I didn't even hear him say an excuse. Everybody just kept making one for him.
No, remember they kept. Well, yeah, you already did. I was gonna say, remember they kept saying something about he needed the reason why he wasn't playing like them first, like what was it, like 3-4 weeks or whatever, because he wasn't in shape or whatever. The case was.
People kept making excuses for him. It wasn't him. That's why I'm like, I hope he all right this year to play. Larry, yeah, he said extends the growth pill.
Yeah, no, we know.
We know. Larry, like, I'm gonna let y'all know what it is.
Explain to y'all.
Gina
full detail.
Gina Kim says, I heard rumors on Giannis possibly leaving the Bucks if things don't work out. If that ever happens, we can use Kid to get him here. Giannis, Luka, Kyrie, who's stopping us, but I can only hope. Can't we all? Dave says, best guess. Who do you think we trade, Josh or Hardy, for a big-time center? Ayton. If you're not going to use me, trade both of them. But I'm at the point now where just keeping it real, bro. Like, go get the talent you can get if you're not going to use them. But I'm Hardy first. It's going to be Hardy because Hardy's the one I see right now. That sucks. That sucks to say, man. But I mean, he's the guy that's the odd man out right now.
Because all we heard all season is, man, it's like third year in a row. We heard Tim Hardaway going to get traded, and he didn't get traded, bro. So
it's rookies. We talking about rookies having a major role, and our second year guy having to go back down to the G League. Trade him. The rookies passed you. Trade him. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but once the rookies pass you, you got to trade them now. Mike Douglas said, hope Kyrie can get Omax to believe in flat. Larry said, can someone name another PG on the team outside Luka and Kyrie? I understand that. The Hardy love, but Exum is an actual team need. I mean, I'm not arguing with you, Larry. I said Hardy probably better than Exum, but for the need, again, of the team, Exum has a bigger role. School says dropping dimes just said Buddy Hill for Josh is gaining traction. Would y'all do that?
Oh. Wait, what? Oh, dropping dimes on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh. I'd rather do it for Hardy. No, I don't want to do it. I don't even want to do it for Hardy, bro. Like, no, there's no need for. I don't want to trade.
I don't want Buddy Hill. Yeah, I don't want Buddy Hill and Tim Hardaway,
Hill,
bro.
You feel me? Yeah, like I don't need. That's foolish. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying you foolish, School, but like that's no, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, only Buddy Hill trade should include Tim Hardaway Jr. Richard says that would make me sick. I feel you, Richard. Yeah. Div says best case scenario: the Suns suck bad in the beginning of the season, and Ayton and the new coach start fighting, and then we get Ayton for cheap. Best case scenario is Lively as a beast. Div, day one. Johnny B said if Kid is smart, he'll have two different lineups that complement Luka, and a lineup for Kyrie, Luka, the slower paced guys, Grant Powell, Maxey, Holmes, Tim, Seth, and Green, Omax, Lively. Okay, so Seth, Green, Omax, Lively, DJJ for Kai. Yeah, he should.
Nah, he was saying Grant Powell, Maxey Holmes, Tim, and Seth for Luka.
Damn, that's all the guys.
Green, Omax, Lively, and DJJ for Kai.
Okay, I got you. So
wait, why can't? Okay, never mind.
He's separating at the end. I see. So Green, Powell, Matt. But
I was like, why can't Derrick Jones play with Luka?
Yeah, you don't got no, but then you don't have no athletic guys with Luka other than Powell.
What you mean? You got Maxey, bro. What you talking about?
Oh, okay. Frank says Book improved his playmaking, but doesn't mean he should play point guard. Something's cooking. Something fall. I feel you, Frank. That's what I said. Larry said y'all was agreeing like y'all didn't know ish. Somebody should have paused the sentence.
King say he was gonna pause it.
I did. I thought I said that I should pause.
Well, I think. Did you pause it? I can't remember if you paused it.
I did say so. I'm a pause.
I think you probably did say. Nah, I'm going to pause it though.
I thought I did, Larry. My bad if I didn't pause. I mean, it's a hard late pause. So, It says Buddy Hill for Josh plus picks maybe. Yes, I do that if they throwing picks.
Wait, we giving up picks or they giving picks? Because
hold them. Yeah, we gonna hell no. Let's no.
Nah.
That Buddy Hill. If they
The reason why I heard that traction was dead because they talking about Hill they want a first for Hill. I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not. No.
I'm not taking that gamble, bro. I'm good.
Gina Kim says not with Tim Hardaway Jr. It doesn't make sense. Question: if you guys had a chance to go to media day, what questions would y'all ask Luka, Kai, and any other players? I don't know, Gina, off the top. Like definitely stuff that we've been talking about and all, but I would obviously have time to sit down and actually try to think of questions, like actual questions that would make sense.
Yeah,
that you guys want to hear. I would ask my last year and all that though for sure. Jenny Kim. Mike Douglas said, just ask. I'm not going to answer that. Oh, I'm about to put you in timeout, Mike Douglas. Div says, but to be honest,
we just said keep it clean, man. Just said keep it clean.
But to be honest, Buddy Hill isn't worth the two young guys like Josh and Hardy. Those are good trade pieces for something way better than Hill. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, nah, I'm not. Like I said, you got Tim already. They're pretty much the same player. Like, I'm not having two Tims on the team, man. I'm good.
Mike Douglas said we can expect the Suns to implode every season until the Sun implodes. Jeez.
I'm not
Suns
saying
and foe. Suns and foe. Larry says, so my Mavs, some predictions are looking like they might be right. Truth is, I'm Nico, and this is my burner account. I'm here to set the record straight and talk ish to Johnny B. Johnny B, except for Christian Wood getting a contract.
Friday about to be interesting.
Gina Kim said, if y'all had to bet on it, how long do y'all think it would take Kid to figure out a solid lineup? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say it's a February. I'm saying the first game of the season, Gina.
You saying half the year Gina's gonna take him? Jeez.
Oh, y'all, you saying
we gotta make a decision before then. I'm sorry. You can't keep guessing. We had that same problem this past season where he was still guessing, going up until matter of fact, we still guessing all the way to the end of the season. Like, nah, you gotta have something figured out before sooner than later. We're
gonna have a good year this year, y'all. I know we still stuck in that negativity from last year. We're gonna have a good year this year. I feel it.
I feel like a lot of people I feel like a lot of people kind of just like
burnt out.
But not that they just kind of have a trepidation with Jason Kidd, which is understandable. Like I said, I mean, I still kind of have it. It's it's human nature. It's fine. I'm in wait and see mode. That's how I feel.
As you should be, but I don't think it's gonna be negative though. I just don't feel it. Pause. Nancy said, imagine if Lively comes out the gate with 10 rebounds and 10 points, he would already be better than Powell. Yep. If he gets 10 to 10 the first game of the season, it's a wrap. That's it. You can throw Powell's jersey away.
If you have a Powell jersey, anybody in here got a Powell jersey? Be real. Be honest. Who in here got a Powell jersey? Ain't nobody going to admit they got a Powell jersey, bro.
Somebody got it for cheap. When they had
like I said, listen, when me and TGK was up there at the AAC, man, getting that stuff, man, I saw a whole rack of Powell and Master Cleveland stuff right next to each other, bro. That rack was full.
Dave says, "Ro, what would you do while interviewing Luka? THJ comes up to you and says, yo, you call me trash."
No, I'll be like, no, not you. Dwight Powell. That's what I would say.
The other trash can.
No, I'd be like, no. I asked what was Luka's favorite dish that he eats for breakfast every morning.
Yeah, I'm saying that's all I wanted to know. Nah, I'd Div, I would let him know that we also said he played some of the best basketball of his career after the Kyrie trade.
Got Kyrie.
You feel me? Like, I'm gonna keep it real with him and say, Tim Hardaway Jr. knows he was shooting trash before the Kyrie trade. I don't know if y'all don't think he doesn't or something like that. He has to know. There was a reason that Jason Kidd said he needs to keep shooting out of a funk that he's been in forever. Like, everybody knew he was in a funk.
Keep shooting.
We call it like it is. Like, once he got better, we said he was playing the best basketball of his career. So I wouldn't be afraid to talk to him about it.
Yeah, I do apologize for the trash can Jew. That is strictly Dwight Powell now.
Yeah, it's Dwight Powell. I think Hardy could be a better ball handler / creator than Exum or anyone besides Kai and Luka. It's worth letting him make a few mistakes. He'll get through it. I don't know, Orange Juice. He feel like a straight two guard to me.
Yeah. Which is not. It's not. That's not a bad thing. I know we live in a time now where it's like guys at that position got to do two things, right?
Yeah.
Like Klay Thompson doesn't do that. He's a straight two guard, right? So I mean, look, like
You
that's
better
not
be
a bad.
leading though, bro. You
Yeah, but
better
he
be
got you got to. I was just
in
about to
one
say he got to be
position.
efficient though. He can't
Yeah.
come out here, shooting like Tim Hardaway before the Kyrie
Yeah.
trade. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be efficient if you gonna do that. And
His
he showed
handle
he
is tight.
yeah, his handle got to be a little bit tighter. You know what I'm saying? He's young. He'll get all that down, man.
It'll
I
get
feel like
better,
he'll get
but
that.
I just feel I don't see a point guard from him because, like I said, his handle right now, I do not trust his handle as being a point guard. Like he loses the ball a lot. He usually going like 120 an hour and just make a move and be losing it. So I don't think he's going to be a point guard. I don't think that's part of his recipe or it's going to be a part of his repertoire.
To be honest with you, I don't really feel like he has to now. Like I said, we got enough guys that can create a little bit. Not saying they like, John Stockton or nobody, but like we said, Josh Green can create a little bit. They're looking for Grant Williams to be able to create a little bit, like right there in the free throw line extended area. Of course, got Luka, got Kyrie, you got Exum. Like you got enough guys now that can create a little bit and we can facilitate a little bit to where you don't have to depend on him to facilitate. Like you said, if he's gonna go out there and get you buckets, he got to be efficient.
Mike Douglas asking for some shoes from you, Larry, if you need go. Larry says, King, are we sticking to 20-game minimum or are we pushing it farther out due to the chances of rookie starting? 20 games for
that's a good question, man. That's a good question.
No, I'm keeping it the same. Why would the rookies are possibly better than the guys that they're going to be playing? Like a lot of people keep having that fear of the rookies playing. I'm not afraid of the rookies playing. I think they're going to play better than the guys that played at those positions. I don't think we're just going to throw them in there and they're worse. Like if they're in there, they deserve to be in there. So the team will be even better. So 20 games, yes, that gives me even more confidence to say 20 games. Yes, we should be good in 20 games.
Like I said, man, this is not the first time we've seen rookies play big, significant roles on a team. Like I always use the example back in 2000, what was it, 2? When we had we drafted Nahara, Daniel Harvey, and Courtney Alexander. Mm-hmm. All three of those guys, as soon as they got put on this team, man, were integral parts of the team, bro. That's why I'm like, I'm not nervous about it. And we're asking these guys, the guys we're talking about now, they're not guys who got to come out here. They have to get their shots. They have to be, got to go get their own or whatever. Or they need the ball in their hands to be effective. These are guys that you can easily plug in because what they bring to the team is what they're good at. They're good at defense. They're good at energy. You know what I'm saying? Just their length or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff they're good at. So you're not asking them to come here and do more than that. Just can you bring us some defensive intensity, some size, some rebounding, some perimeter defense, some point of attack defense, all that stuff, man. That's what we're asking them to do. So, like King said, I'm not worried about it, man. I want them to get in there, man. Let's go ahead and get them in there with Luka and Kyrie, man. So that way they can build on that. You know what I mean?
If they're this good by the end of the year, I could just only imagine how good they'll be then if they're already NBA like ready right now, ready to be thrown in the fire and can learn and adapt that quick. Like they'll be fine. Like I'm not worried about them at all. But Mike Douglas said he got 3 Powell jerseys.
Shaq Powell jerseys.
Ashton says a lot of pause moments, King. Yeah, there's a lot today. Shout out to Michael Douglas being his name today. Larry says Tell has a Max has a Powell and Maxey jersey hidden in his closet. I guess his name Rel has a Powell and Maxey jersey hidden in his clothes, but he won't admit it out of fear of being picked on about his favorite players. Our favorite player is really Powell.
Hey, my wife said if I come here with a Powell or Master Cleaver jersey, she's gonna divorce me.
I'm gonna get you a THJ one for all the trash you talked about him last year. Dib said, Rel.
He did for 10 now.
I know, New Jersey. New Jersey.
I'll get his dad. I'll get his dad throwback jersey. Would you play for us?
He need to not put the junior on there. So
he need to put junior on that, bro.
He need to not put the junior on his jersey so he could possibly play like his dad, maybe. Dave says, Rel, if he did that, you should say THJ. What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
Oh man, get me beat up, man. That man about 6'6", man.
Yeah, Tim is I ain't gonna do that. I sent me for pause moment. Gina Kim said, since we play the Spurs opening night, we have to start Lively and Omax. They're the Wemby stoppers. We'll send the Lively hammer and straight to the Omaximus prison, locking that boy up. Yeah, Omax.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that because they're gonna have Wemby and Collison starting. Not Collison. What's the point? Yeah. What's his name? That
Who
played for
said?
the
Yeah,
Blazers.
it is Zach Collins.
Okay, thank you, Zach Collins. Yeah, so they'll have both. I can see that. I can see them being an impact against those two.
I think they will. Varoom says Dante Exum and Grant are the most reliable additions straight out the gate. Dante at PG equals Anthony Hardaway.
Whoa.
Going a little too far, Varoom, man.
Whoa. I was with you till you started talk about my boy, man, Penny and the thing, man. Like, nah, man, you gotta put the brakes on that.
Larry got a good point though. Clay was a scorer, but plus he's a great defender as well. So Clay not just one dimensional. Clay is one of the. Well, he was.
No, I was talking about I'm not talking about the defense. I'm talking about as far as like people talking about him being a playmaker. Like,
yeah,
Clay plays the two. He's not a playmaker. You know,
but he does more than one thing. Is all we saying. Like so.
No. I know he does more than one thing. But I'm talking about as far as like people want Hardy to be a playmaker and a scorer.
Yes,
Clay is not a playmaker and a scorer. He's a scorer. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Like you can. That's fine. I'm not saying that he don't have to play no defense. I'm just talking about as far as what they were talking about. Clay's not a playmaker and a scorer. He's a scorer.
My thing is Hardy only scores right now. That's all.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I like. I mean, I'm not. Now that's not to say that. Let me preface by saying this. That's not to say that he won't eventually learn how to, go look at Blake Griffin did it, right? You know, he became like a playmaker and all that. You know what I'm saying? So,
but probably not with minimal time though.
Yeah. No, it's gonna take time.
See, that's what I'm saying. With him playing no minutes, that's probably not going to happen. He's probably going to stay.
You talking about? Oh, yeah, you talking about? Yeah.
That's why I'm saying.
That takes a feel, man. That takes a feel,
I say
bro.
Trade him, man. You're going to have to trade him. He's not going to develop. Either he's going to sit here and never be what we want him to be, and then we got him for what we got him for, or you're going to trade him. He's going to become what he is, or become what he can be, but you're not going to have him. You hopefully get value for him. Like you're going to have to make a decision. Let's see. Johnny B said it would be a horrible mistake if the Mavs trade any of the younger guys for anybody not young. We already don't have many future picks, and we need some homegrown talent to grow with Luka. I agree with that, Johnny B.
Find a cameo sense of Johnny B.
Mike Douglas said Omax's defense on Hawkins when Marquette played UConn was a masterclass. Man, some of his defense.
Other than that, Michael, what about his defense on Chit?
Yeah,
want to talk about that?
That's my rookie of the year too. Gina Kim said, I'm fine with the rookies playing, but I also don't want to just throw them into the fire. But the type of guys they are, they should do fine, especially if they know their roles. My thing, Gina Kim, I keep asking everybody, what do y'all expect them to be thrown in the fire to? Like, what can't they do based off of what they're going to be? They have to be basically 3-and-D guys. And what's the name? Don't have to be a 3-and-D guy. He has to be just a rim protector, guy at the rim, rebounding and finishing at the rim. That's it, playing defense. Then Omax is going to be a defensive guy that can shoot the three. Like, that's all he has to do. So I don't think it's like, I'm not expecting them to be superstars off the top. Like, pause. They're going to be guys right away to just go and perform a role that's already been done and hopefully can be better than those guys doing that role. And then you add on to it, i.e. a Dodo or something like that. Like, you don't just throw it on at the beginning. It works over time. You just have to have them do what the guys that already start can do. Nancy says, I'm excited for the rookies to play a lot this year. I think they're going to be better than a lot of people think they are. I agree, Nancy. Larry says, I praise the rookies, and I have been wanting them to start, but I know it will take them a few games to fully lock in. Also, Luke and Kai to learn their skill set to make them effective on the offensive. Is there only one? Did you write another one to go with that one, Larry? I see it separate. I like it separate. And he says, Clay doesn't need to be a playmaker when he was one of the greatest of the best defenders and also one of the best shooters in the game. I don't think he's disagreeing with you on that, though.
I'm not disagreeing with it. What that person was saying was talking about, I got to say it again, reiterate this. I'm not saying that he does not have to play defense. Y'all not hearing me say that. I'm talking about the people who are expecting him to come in here and be a playmaker. Mm-hmm. I said he doesn't necessarily have to be a playmaker. We're not dying for him to be a playmaker when you got 4 or 5 other guys who can play make a little bit. You got guys I just named off. They can play make a little bit. So you're not. It's not like last year where it's like it was Luka, Kyrie, and you needed that third guy to be the playmaker, right? You got other guys ahead of Hardy that can play make a little bit. So he doesn't have to come in playmaking. Is what I was saying. I'm not saying he doesn't have that Klay Thompson wasn't a defender or wasn't the best shooter. I wasn't saying none of that. But what I was saying, I was comparing him to Klay Thompson because Klay Thompson, being another guard on Golden State, was not asked to facilitate. Is what I'm saying. He was asked to come in there and give you the buckets, spot up, shoot. That's what we asked you to do. It's the same thing we're saying that Hardy can do. And also, I was also saying that's not saying that Hardy would not eventually develop that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for right now, let's not put the pressure on him to have to come in here and be a playmaker or whatever when we have other guys who can do that. We just need you to continue to grow your game and come in here and work on your efficiency. If you're going to be that guy, it's going to be like a Tim Hardaway.
Yep.
That's what I was saying, Larry.
Mike Douglas said number 11 is Trash Can Juice. Number 10 is THJ. We'll see. Richard said
number 7 is Trash Can Juice.
Richard says Tweedledee is telling everyone you can't win with young players, so now they believe it. It is what it is. Frank says, saying, because I fear Josh won't get extended. But what if Josh is traded for Buddy and we get OG for THJ? The THJ goes Miami or Toronto on a multi-team trade. I'm down with that. Frank. If you saying that we're going to trade Josh for Buddy, but we knew we getting OG for Tim in the trade, he going to be included, I'm down with that. That's because we getting OG. And then Buddy will take Tim Hardaway's spot. So we upgrading at both positions. So I'd be down. Frank said, I've seen that Portland won't want OG because he doesn't fit their timeline, so they'll look to transfer him to a third team.
How old is OG?
Well, like 25, 26. He can't be that old, can he?
I know he wasn't that. I don't think he's that old, bro.
I don't think he can be that old. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Richard says Curry ain't a playmaker either. That's what Draymond is for. Yes, that is true, Richard.
But Curry can play make though.
Div says first game of the season, I can see them starting Grant Williams on the 5. Excuse me, and he will dominate Wembanyama like Kenneth Lofton Jr. did before he played Wemby. He destroyed him. I mean, I don't know. I think they're gonna start Lively. Div. I just think we're gonna be good on defense this year. I may be, I guess, being biased or so, but I just think we're gonna be good. Gina Kim said, I played with the Mavericks in 2K and it was just bad. Powell has his tap out rebounds, which annoyed me. So I started Holmes instead, and not gonna lie, we were much better. I know it's just a game, but yeah. And the thing with like 2K is that you got guys like Lively and them, their ratings are lower than Powell. So it's not even always worth it to play them over them. But hopefully during the season and all, after seeing the season, games being played, when they update the rosters, that guys be better than Powell. So it should get better for you. Jenny Kim, I hope. Johnny B said we played Memphis and the Spurs both 3 times in the first 2 months of the season. We should go 5-1 at least in those games. I hope, Johnny B. That's good schedule making for us. We play Memphis in them early as well.
Yeah, get them out the way early, yeah.
Yep. And they say 26 or 27 for OG. Nancy says with Lively in the middle, it'll be nice to see you guys think twice about just running into the paint all the time. Yep.
That's what we always ask.
And Dave says OG is 6'7", real, and 26 years old. He can join.
What are you talking about? Yeah, we're talking about timeline. I'm confused. Like,
I guess still a little too old. They don't. So Portland seems like they're not a good organization too, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, it's just organizations that are ran by dudes that may not be, I don't want to say the smartest, but just not the best at their positions. Because if you don't think that OG fits your mold, you expect to suck for a few more years.
Man, I was watching a video today talking about well, yeah, I heard Portland and I heard the Raptors, both they were dogging both of their franchises. But yeah. But yeah, man, that's gonna do it for us tonight, y'all. We definitely appreciate everybody rocking with us for a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs. Where we talk Dallas Mavericks from a fan's perspective, guys. Touching on some of the comments that Jason Kidd talked about in the interview with Mark Stein. The Dallas Mavericks, we finally made it, y'all. Training camp is tomorrow. Finally made it. So we'll probably be talking about that on Saturday, guys, or some of the stuff that we kind of learned from training camp. So get ready for that. as Dallas gets ready to travel overseas to Dubai, man, to get ready to play 2 games there, and then play in Madrid too. So that's gonna be pretty interesting. So we got one more show coming up Saturday, guys, and then officially our post game shows will start on October 5th. We still will have we're doing the members only show Friday morning, of course. We'll be doing if a game falls on Friday, members we'll do the watch party and stuff like that on Friday. So if that's the case. Let's see. Of course, guys, you already know, man. Follow us on all our socials. I got links down below to all of our socials. This will be up in podcast form for the folks who listen to us on podcast. Let's see. Also, if you're new to the channel, guys, you're into Dallas Maverick content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as we get ready to do our post game shows here starting October 5th. You guys can follow us and check out our post game shows. Come here and talk Mavs with us after the games. Also, everybody hit that like button too. Doesn't cost you anything. Probably the easiest thing in the world to do is hitting the like button, guys. We definitely appreciate that. Let's see what else I'm missing, King. Once again, guys, if you guys want to order a jersey, they are here. So go ahead and email us at glowsunproductions.1014@gmail.com, guys. If you want to order a jersey, like I said, guys, email us there with your info. King will like address the rest of it for you guys to let you guys know. Whoever.
No, you just like King will like, yeah, I got you guys. I got you.
Yeah. I would say you the guy been doing the jersey.
I'm the jersey guy. I got you.
The jersey guy. But yeah, he'll kind of let you guys know what else you need to do to get the jerseys, guys. So you can email us that. Like I said, the email is in the description box below too, guys. You forget it. Let's see. Oh, also the merch we got on now. Show me shirt, King. You guys can get this merch on our officially on our page, guys. Go to our page here on YouTube. Scroll over to the About tab and scroll down to Glow Merch, and it'll send you right to the site. Or you guys can just go through our Twitter bio, and it also has a link there. If you guys want to become a member of the channel, like I said, you want to come join us on Fridays, man, Friday mornings. You guys can hit that join button next to the subscribe button. If you're on an iPhone, guys, you can just go through Safari. I know somebody messaged me the other day, was wondering why they couldn't do it the way like everybody else can, but like I said, I don't know. That's just YouTube. That's the way they do stuff. We don't have any control over that. But if you could find a computer, or if you have a computer or anything like that, you guys can just go on YouTube and join that way too. But if you're on an iPhone, you have to go through Safari and through the YouTube desktop, find our page and hit join that way. So yeah, can you guys think else?
Share, and more share, guys. Thank y'all so much. Also, shout out to the Rangers, man. Let's go. Let's go,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
I'm told you I ain't want y'all to.
We lost tonight though, 9-3, but it's all good.
You good. I ain't worried about that. I ain't want y'all to go through the biggest collapse ever. But
hey, I just don't want Houston to make it. That's all.
They gonna make it. Y'all gonna play them.
You a hater, bro.
Why am I a hater? I'm gonna go in the playoffs. How am I a hater?
I need you to say Houston not gonna make it. Well, I need you.
You
won't be a hater if you said that.
Stop being scared.
No, I want to play Houston, bro. We 0-100 against them dudes this year, man. I ain't trying to play them.
To be the best, woo! You gotta be.
Hey, it's just like when Dallas played Golden State back in 2007. We could have played anybody else, but Golden State, we would have went to the finals.
Yeah, I'd have rather. I still want to eventually be better than Golden State. I just wish we didn't play them that year. You're right.
But yes, I was so confident we was going to the finals. That's the only team I didn't want to play. But yeah, with all that being said, guys. Oh yeah, King, you got anything you want to add?
No, I already said to share. Thank you guys so much as always, man. We're gonna get back live in here and rowdy after the games. Y'all know how it go. After these wins, analyzing and letting y'all know how it go. But yeah, man, let's share it, get it out to more folks, let them know what we do after these post games. We're about to start back up, and thank y'all so much, like always.
Yes, sir. And I ain't played basketball in some years now. It's been a while. Work consumes.
I used to get down to the when I had a membership at LA Fitness a few years ago. I ain't played since then. It was the last time I played.
Yeah, King say with Euro stepping old ladies.
Yep.
But yeah. But with all that being said, y'all, listen, it is your boy Real. I got my boy King. This is We Talk Mavs, where we talk Dallas Mavericks from a fan's perspective. We'll be back here again, guys. Same map time, same map channel. Go Mavs, and we out.